Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode slash video, I guess, from myself, from Nurse Katherine here, on Nurse Katherine here. Goodness, this is not starting well. Anyways, it is not a nursing educational video, this is not a skills video. This is talking about nursing and the mass exodus of people leaving bedside and why that's happening, and what I can give you guys as hope for those who are new grads, as I also am leaving the bedside, but at least I can give you somewhat of an idea of why I am leaving the bedside and why other nurses are. So here we go. I just want to talk about kind of a lot of topics all meshed into one here. So yeah, I don't want to ramble on, but there is hope in this video. So if you think this is just a negative Nancy video, it is not. I want to talk about why people are leaving, but also kind of to give you the confidence that you need to stay at bedside, or the confidence that you need to get away from the bedside. So I was recently reading a blog post from a nurse, and I believe it was from a nurse, talking about like the mass exodus of nurses from the bedside since 2017. I guess there has been like 33% of nurses, I believe it said, have left the bedside within 5 years of their nursing career, or within 2-year period, another percentage have done something, and then this was the most shocking to me. It was about 15% of new grad nurses within the first year of nursing have completely left nursing as a whole. Like, do nothing with their nursing degree, all that hard work that they spent, and after 1 year of working, they totally left nursing because of these reasons I'm about to tell you. These past 4.5-ish years, almost 4.5 years, I have been precepting nurses my entire length of my nursing career, really, so far. I graduated, and then a few months after, I started precepting right away, which was really exciting because obviously you guys can tell I love helping students and I love helping other nurses. But in that time frame, I have seen the struggle of new grads, and I have seen the struggle of seasoned nurses like myself, even though I'm really not that seasoned, but I've seen the struggle and mass exoduses of nurses from nursing units. A little background was I used to work as a bedside med-surg nurse, and I did that for 3.5 years, and then I left that. I was burned out, and I'll talk about the reasons why, and then I went to the emergency room. Well, I was in the emergency room from the end of 2019 all throughout 2020. So as you can tell, 2020 has been a rough year. I worked at the busiest ER in Pennsylvania, the 10th busiest ER in the nation, in the United States. So it was rough, and I will talk about the reasons I left that, but I am no longer going back into bedside nursing. So first I want to start with my new grads out there and expectations that you may have that aren't going to come true in nursing. And I think these expectations are a big reason why those 15% of new grads are leaving nursing entirely in their first year of even working. So a couple expectations I have seen from new grads just by precepting them is that you're gonna have a good preceptor, and that is not always true. A preceptor can make or break you. So if you have a bad preceptor, you are hating your job because this preceptor is making your life awful, get a new preceptor and go to your manager right away. Like, right away. When I moved to the emergency department and had to be precepted again to that unit, I had a preceptor. I had a couple preceptors actually, but I had one that I did not mix well with, and I asked never to be with that person again because I did not like their teaching. I didn't feel like it was safe for myself or for the other nurses that they were working with, or really for the patient. So if you have a preceptor like that, get rid of them, because that will make you hate nursing, or it could make you hate it. Another expectation that new grads may have that they might find is not true is that your patients will always say thank you. And that is not the case at all. this last year, you would have thought they would have been in this so thankful, so all of this and that. No. It's the world we live in. We live in a sinful world. We are all sinners. We live in a sinful world. You are not going to be with the best of people, because think about it. These people are sick. They do not feel good. What is one of the biggest, I call them an excuse, that people use for not treating other people well? Oh, I don't feel good. Sorry, I'm just having an off day. Okay, it's not an excuse. Like, I don't think that's an excuse to treat someone else poorly. But people will use that. You also will, though, I'm going to give you some hope here, have patients who are just going to be gems. And you are going to love that, and you're going to be like, oh, this is why I went into nursing, because of people like this and helping people like this. Well, just remember, you will have a good share of each type of patient. And really, these are kind of going towards any kind of nurse. These tips that I'm giving you, or this insight that I'm giving you, this really goes into any nurse, not just a new grad, or it goes into a seasoned nurse too. And lastly, for those of you who are going right into nursing, or are in your first year of nursing, or even your first 2 years of nursing, your job right now is not a forever job. It could be if you want it to be, but it does not have to be. So if this is something that you are just not liking at all, like at all, and you are hating your job, you don't like your coworkers, you don't like your manager, you don't like that you're working 12-hour shifts or weekends or holidays, there are so many options out there in nursing. Like, I think it's like you have the most options out of any other career ever for nursing. So don't feel like you're stuck. You are never stuck in your job. Yes, it's hard to quit a job or transfer your job, but if it's something that you need to do for yourself and for your family and for your mental well-being, which is what I had to do, then do it. Don't feel obligated to stick there with your coworkers, with your manager, just because you like them. If this is not working well for your home life, you don't have to do it. Now I kind of want to go into why I left bedside nursing / why I see a lot of other people leave bedside nursing. The biggest one that I really have seen that I left bedside nursing was the working conditions deteriorating. And I don't know if that was just because of the whole 2020 thing, but I almost felt like I was just a number. I was in a big healthcare system, like a 700 plus bed hospital. So it was a big hospital system. The hospital owned multiple other hospitals in Pennsylvania. So it's a big system. So really, you do, in those types of systems, you know, you're just another number kind of thing. Everyone's always replaceable kind of thing. But we had a mass amount of nurses leaving and no one filling those shoes. So we were constantly getting overstaffed, which is a big problem right now, and I think everybody knows that about nursing, and that's because the baby boomers are coming in and we're having to take care of them, and there aren't enough people going into nursing to take care of that amount of patients. And there's a lot of people, of course, leaving bedside nursing because of working conditions and because of this last year, but people haven't just been leaving nursing because of this last year. Like I said, this has been going on since 2017. Anyways, my working conditions started deteriorating, but I still stuck it out. I knew I was moving somewhere, and then I found out I was moving down to Atlanta for my husband's job. So we moved down here, so I knew I had to quit my job then, but I just stuck it out. And I was like, this is great experience, and that's really what kept me going every day was, oh my word, this amount of experience that I'm getting is so amazing and rewarding, and the education that the hospital was sending me to and the education that the hospital was giving me was so worth it for me. So yes, that part was awful, but there was also a glimmer of hope in there too. A lot of things in nursing, especially bedside nursing or working in a hospital or acute care, is weighing pros and cons. Do you want to do 12 hours and only work 3 days a week, or do you want to work 8 or 9 hours and work 5 days a week and have off weekends or have off holidays? So which one would you rather do? And that's where a lot of people start leaving the bedside, because they've put their time in with doing their 12-hour shifts or bedside nursing, and you're like, okay, I've had enough of this. My body kind of hurts now. I am mentally exhausted, and that's where I got, and that's okay. It is okay to be mentally exhausted. I've only done it for 4.5 years. My aunt, who's a nurse, has done it for 36 years. She's been a bedside nurse. She's a float nurse. So she loves her job. She floats all over her hospital. She's been in that specific job role since the very beginning of her nursing career and loves it. And that's wonderful, but that's not where everybody is always at. That's where some people may be, but not everybody. So it's okay to leave a job, and it's okay to take care of yourself. And it is okay to stay at a job. I don't know if you all saw my Instagram post yesterday, but I put in the captions, bedside nursing isn't real nursing. And that's what a lot of people will say. And that's why a lot of people also don't leave the bedside, because they're scared of judgments that they will get, because they are leaving the bedside and it's not real nursing, or you're not a skilled nurse, you're not an ICU nurse or an ER nurse. You're just a med-surg nurse. You're just an oncology nurse. Forget about those people who say that kind of stuff, because nursing grasps a wide range of different things. And just because you're not an ER, ICU, or a pre-hospital nurse on an ambulance doesn't mean you're not a real nurse. There are so many different skill sets. I can't even tell you the amount of ER nurses that when floated up to med-surg could not do a med-surg nurse's job, because they have no idea how it even works, how to take care of a patient for 12 hours normally for the whole shift doing all of the meds. It's overwhelming to them because it's not what you're used to. So never let anybody tell you that just because you're not a bedside nurse, it's not real nursing. This video is getting super long now. I'm very sorry. But I really wanted to just kind of express to you guys why I left bedside nursing, why I'm seeing a lot of new grads leave bedside nursing, and expectations they may have that may not be coming true, and all that. So if you are a bedside nurse or have left bedside nursing or have a great story to share with us, please comment that below. I would love to hear from you guys, what kind of nursing you're in, the kind of nursing you want to go in, if you're a student. So please comment that below. I love getting to know you guys a little bit more. And that is really it for today's video. Thank you if you stuck it out this long, this 17 minutes, and thanks for sticking around and listening to me kind of rant. Other than that, I will see you guys in Monday's video. Don't miss that, because we are doing dosage calculations. And also, huge thing that I'm doing now, I'm doing a live NCLEX review on Monday. I'm not sure what time, I think around 4 in the afternoon or right before dinner time-ish. So I'm doing a live NCLEX review. So if you are interested in that, make sure you hit Instagram. It's up in like my channel or my picture header on my top of my YouTube page. You can hit Instagram and that'll bring you to my Instagram account, and then make sure to follow me to get notified when the live streaming is going on. All right, that is it for today's video. Thank you for sticking around, and I will see you guys Monday.